Yeah, but then I don't have my stuff with me. Hello, everyone. I'm a little later than I should be, but I guess it's still perfect timing. This is going to be a live. We will be going over why we exist. You can use this as a meditation. We will be answering questions that anybody has in the chat. And this will probably go on for about an hour. So I appreciate anyone that comes through. Remember to take patience with you. And not just through this live, but throughout your day. Take this patience throughout your whole entire life. I'm emanating light, and you might not see it. But you can use it to your benefit. Everybody is emanating light. It's just some of it is blocked for most people. It is blocked. So while everybody is emanating light in life, it's all not there because people, the darkness, shadows have blocked it. Hello, gaming with Makola. We're going over spiritual stuff. If anyone has any questions, we just started this. God bless everyone that tunes in. And everyone and everything in the world. And like I said, have patience. We can never know all of reality, and we can get instant answers if we become calm. And like I said, this live will be posted after this. God bless you, dog, and Noah. Hello, Lego Spirit. I used to play this Lego game. It was before all those Lego games. It was on the computer. And I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, no, this was like when I was like 11 or 10. You were like in a Lego world. You've been up all night. Yeah, that's the thing is like I didn't really have to go to sleep. Yeah. Mm. I made some fresh chocolate milk. Now we got through the introduction. It might have been Lego Island. It may have been. And I don't know how you know that, Lego. uh, well, your name is Lego. You're going to have a thunderstorm on Thursday? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely close in age for sure. Just like some, I just, I've never really talked to like younger people. I have more over the years, but even when I was younger, all of my friends were like at least a year older than me, at least. And I always got along like with older people. Yeah. Like even the women that I talk to, I don't have nothing against people my age or anything like that. Just older people's like they're just more compatible and they're so sweet, down to earth. Hello, Sean Nugent. Yeah, yeah. If it might be Lego Island, you were like on a hill and you had to fight like these bad guys. Yeah. The reason why I ring the bell, it brings people's attention. It's an interference to me talking. So if people are just hearing me talk, and they're like falling asleep and they're losing attention. It brings you back to that. I also like the sound of it. It has a real nice sound. It's called the Bell of Happiness. That's crazy. You've been up all night, Lego. So, sounds. We can talk about sounds real quick. There's invisible sounds we don't hear. This would be like radiation, uh, Wi-Fi, and the signal that your phone gives off. Smart meters give off a signal, which are for the utilities. And there's also cell towers. And we do have to be aware about being situated in too much of these frequencies, because even though we can't hear them and we may not be able to see them, we give off frequencies and signals ourselves, and it can really disturb us. Does that make sense, guys? Uh, so it's always, if we're going to be in places a lot, especially our home, where we reside, even where we work, and we're a little chaotic, these frequencies can make someone a little crazy, and it can disrupt your natural harmony. Now, I know a lot of us, we don't get to like, there's just signals everywhere and there's sounds everywhere. But we can plan this beforehand and we can always make a change. We were live last night. You know, every live it just gets more juicier. Maybe I'll put the date for these. And there's something about sound too, because sound can disturb us just as much as we were referring to the bell. Uh, it doesn't matter what the sound is, it's still vibrating. So there can be things like AC, simple things like a fan. There can be buzzing noises, uh, vents. Now the thing, even like your computer can make like a, if it's left on, it can make a buzzing noise. And it's good to, most people, they're not still enough, So the buzzing noise is playing in the background, and it can be disturbing you. Okay? So a lot of stuff people are just not aware of. Juicier than the shower stream. The augur of Dune Lane has spoken. I don't really know him. Kush Wizard. So every sound has a vibration. Can be helicopters, traffic outside. Even your emotions have a vibration. So these things can affect us. And some easy things we can do is turn off our phone, turn off the Wi-Fi, and turn off any buzzing or noise that could be disrupting us, especially when we sleep. When we sleep is one of the key ones. So one thing we can do is just like listen to what's really going on around us. If anyone has any questions about spirituality, about anything, I'm happy to be here and give service. We can talk about anything in general too. So, why we exist? One reason we exist, because there's only two, is to do what we want to do. And this is just a manifestation of ourselves. So when someone like Juice World, they make music, that was just a manifestation of himself. It's what he felt called to do. Tony Hawk, a skateboarder, he felt inclined and he devoted his life to skateboarding. So, whatever we feel that we want to do is why we exist. There is no other answer because we create the answer, and there simply is no answer. The animals, they don't question why they're living, why they live. Did you ever think about that? The insects don't question why they're living, what role they play in society. They're already programmed. They already know what to do because they are tapped in to why we exist. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And they're tapped into their intuition with reality. They always know what to do. Our whole environment is like that. Like the Scrolls reference. Okay. I don't know their names, but I have. That's the only Oblivion game I played, or Elder Scrolls. I have. I did see they remastered it, but to me, like all remaster games, it's nothing new, and I just don't think they're as good as the original one. From all the remaster games that I've seen, it's just the same thing. But I just think that's like a cheap excuse, like the most poorest excuse you can make to avoid making a new game. But, there could be a remaster that is way better. Yeah. Since I began putting my hope in God and praying for liberation, okay, Nicola. Well, hoping and praying is good to do, and you will find your way. God is still directing you and helping you, giving you little nudges, little pushes to go on the path. But we still have to take action, because that's just one part of it. And who's to say he's not working? Because he always is. But if you're just hoping and praying without action, that's the main part that most people forget. Then he could be you could be doing the same thing for 10 years before something really derails you. Maybe something happens in your life. Something happens to a family member. You lose your dog. The key thing is we have to take action immediately. And I'm sorry for that. Because just praying and hoping is one thing. If that's all we can do. But for most people, and generally, we can always do something. And it's not, and I don't mean to talk down about the belief of God, but we need to actually feel him. So it's okay if no one believes in God. It's okay if you don't believe in God. People sometimes force things that they believe, even things that they know, especially with the religious religions, and God, missionaries, they tend to force it upon people. Whether they believe it, it's just a mere belief. But the thing is, it's actually an experience, and it's meant to be felt. So, does that make sense? I can understand. Like, I have sympathy for you, empathy, that it not making sense, because it never makes sense with the brain and logic. Our reality doesn't. That's why you don't have answers for actual reality. And we talked about this in the beginning. When you become still, the more calm that you are, the more we merge with reality. Literally, we become one, and they also call this God. So we integrate it all into us. So people have sayings, we all are one, but this is beyond the saying. A lot of people get caught up in, just like you, Nikolai, it's not just a belief. And I understand the frustration. And we don't need to have beliefs or listen to other people's beliefs, because we're talking about something factual, and it is beyond words. It and it can be hard. It can be very hard. But it's our natural core of feeling aliveness, because we all are alive right now. But what is that feeling that keeps us alive? If we were to deconstruct right now reality, the matrix, it would whittle down to a vibration, because that's ultimately what God is, what they refer to. They, it's not the text, the Bible, any religion. Fundamentally, our reality is a reverberation. And so, this is not a belief. It is a feeling. What they call God is the feeling of a liveliness inside of us. And you can look at any animal, they all present this and have this. And so does every life form. Yeah. So I'm sorry about the belief. But we just need to calm down, take action, and become more silent. observe the mind. That's one of the best things we can do for anybody. And being around real and positive people can drastically change our life. The remaster is dope. You had taken it before? Do you mean freedom if you're still in here? Like physicality, like physically from him? Or do you mean mentally, like mentally? And Nikolai says I have felt God and been living from oneness. Okay. That's nice, yeah. Because God is this feeling, and when people put it into words, they call it love. It's very positive and happy. And it also comes from a place of stillness. Because all of reality collapses into stillness, which you can refer this to what the Buddhists say, nothing. So the whole matrix, the whole world, our reality, it comes out of nothing. It seems confusing to the mind, but this is why you have to become nothing to feel God, to allow it to invade, and to feel reality. This is also the other reason why we exist, not to do, not only to what we feel called to do, but also to learn why we exist. And it's just to merge with reality, to feel this. And the only way to feel this is to do what makes us alive, or to shut off our thinking mind. Because we can't think and we can't feel our existence at the same time. Because we are living right here, and life is flowing through us. And everything. We don't see life, but it's happening everywhere. Are you talking someone outside of you, Nikolai, that's uh, attacking you? Or are you talking about your own? Okay. How are you, Andreas? God bless you. The bell of happiness. My Asian buddy. Well, okay, Nikolai, if the problem is outside of you, whether it's your person or environment, have you tried getting away from this person? Because to me, if you haven't already accepted it, or maybe you have accepted it, but it's still going on, and even though you accepted it, it's time for you to get away from that person because this is what God wants. This is your next step. It's what reality wants to do. You're Indo-Aryan, Lego. What year is your car, Andreas? That's very nice. Very nice, Andreas. Very nice. And do they drive like more older style vehicles over there? Or is it mainly like new vehicles? Yeah, because I know in foreign countries, well, not saying you're a foreign country, but in certain countries, they, like Cuba, India, they drive a lot of older make vehicles, which is pretty cool. I'd probably rather be like that. More traditional. And I appreciate all you guys. If no one's told you yet, God will help you, whether you know it or not. Reality is always pushing us where it wants to be because that's just how it naturally works. When we create trauma, it, it sends a repulse outside of us, and even negativity, when we think that, it repulses. And when you go with the flow, as they say, reality, we just go with the wind. When we listen to the heart, what we truly want to do, it's in the feeling is embodied in you. It's your key to life. and you just go with life. You know what you need to do. You could be resisting it, and so that sends you send you're fighting what the reality is trying to give you. You see more modern runs. Yeah, the mountain villages of Cyprus drive older made vehicles. Andreas is the Scarface of CY Cyprus. A lot of people, they haven't been living what they actually want to do. So when they hear about, oh, you can go do and live what you want to do, it kind of like hurts them, and you're changing their beliefs. And so they have resistance towards that. Did you just take the DNA test recently? That's interesting. Yeah. I don't even know how they find all that out. Yeah, it's crazy that, yeah, YouTube live chat. It definitely is limited. The text should be bigger for sure. It's really really small. It's this small. Well, Nikolai, I'm not sure how old you are, but my recommendation, as it seems, would be to get as far away as you can from that. Because you don't need that in your life anymore. You don't deserve that. You deserve better. It'd be Lego says it'd be revolutionary if we could send pictures in the live chat. And that would make sense, Andreas, for your DNA ancestry. I've seen you before. That makes perfect sense. So the thing is, when our nervous system is calm and we become completely still, this is the ever present So right here is actually right here forever. It doesn't matter if I go all the way to Greece. It doesn't matter where I go, Cyprus. I am still the present. And it doesn't matter if I die. If I go to the afterlife, this present, once we tap into it, we realize there are no days. There is no calendar. It's forever present and always was. Forever fresh. So that aliveliness and a transform in the energy structure, the forms, but that energy does not get destroyed. Yeah, they are white. They are really white. Yeah. Yeah, people always really like Spain and Italian. And Mediterranean, we could actually search what that word really means. But, places change over time. It could have been something way bigger in the past. But yes, we've always heard about like Italy and uh, Spain. They have some of like just the best weather. And so that provides the best living conditions. Therefore, it can provide the most physical attributes that people like. And that also can affect your mind. Yeah. I mean, in our schools in America, in the advertisements we see, like, oh, take a vacation. I mean, the number one is Italy. Yeah. Italy, Greece, Rome, and the whole Mediterranean. Yeah. I mean, every culture, though, has very good looking people. It's not. And once you look beyond the looks, it doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, you don't even care how someone looks. You can tell someone's state of health and could, learn things, but looks are just one level of the physicality. Yeah. Yeah, growing up, the advertisements and it's always about Italy. Yeah. So- I've never been over there, but I have seen like the idyllic spots that they talk about. You know, it's they want us to vacation there, and it's just always that picture that they show us of, I don't know, going there, I guess. Yeah. I've never been there, so I can't give, I can't say what it's actually like. But again, it's probably very, it's just the, location.
Mediterranean.
Okay. And all it means in Latin is the middle land. Yeah. But their food, with the weather and being right next to the water, it's again the food that's really influencing the people. It's not extremities of the cold climate like North Siberia and Canada. It just has that perfect all around year weather. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it'd be very nice to go to Italy, Nikolai. Yeah. And the thing is I've never really seen like true Italians. So it's hard to say. Yeah. But there's beautiful people all around the world. Your car opened like Transformers. It just popped open. I used to actually really like that movie with Transformers. Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, the first one was really good. I really like that movie. Well, what really makes like living is not where you're at. It matters. It can matter where you're at, but it matters the people that you're around. That's what really makes it feel like home, like a community. And in your heart, there is always community. There is forbidden love. It is endless love, the need for nothing else, the joy to be alive. Everything's right here. We just need to take our mind off these other things. It is true, everything is inside of us. Your sun-kissed skin. Yeah, I love it too, Andreas. I agree with everything you're saying. I never I never got to be in the sun for like all year round. So, yeah. I don't know. I could probably get real dark. And so can anybody over a period of time. But some people may take like have to pass it down to their kids. Yeah. That's probably why the Greeks and Rome, all these places, because they have, this is why they're talked about so much. Could have been the start of life and civilization, but it's just more so it's the weather. It's literally it. Yeah, yeah. I didn't mean dark. I didn't mean like black. Yeah, yeah. I've never been like in a place where the sun hits like really hard all year round, like the places we're talking about. Yeah, because the sun up here, it's only like that for like 6 months. Eh, You only get that sun for like 5 months up here, 4 months. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because the winter, it feels like it's been so cold, and it just feels like it's been a whole year. Yeah. Very interesting talk. I appreciate all you guys for coming in today. We might be live later on the night. I love all you guys. May God's blessings bestow. I'll talk to you guys soon. Sahara, Africa. Yeah. We did go live last night too. And this live will be posted in case you missed the juicy beginning. I appreciate you all. when things seem the worst is when we find what's better. And they get better too. I'll see you guys soon. Life is just one moment. And once you tap into this moment, it's always there. God bless you guys.